Hey guys, welcome back. So I went ahead and did my brows off camera and I used my Salon Perfect brow pomade in dark brown. Now I'm going into my Maybelline Fit Me matte and poreless foundation and I am using my Real Techniques beauty sponge to blend this all over my face. Don't forget your ears. Once I've done that, I'm going into my Morphe 35B palette and I'm taking the hot pink shade right there and in a really old busted BH Cosmetics blending brush that I've had for way too long, and I'm going to use that to pack that color into my crease and blend it out. Then I'm going to take a clean blending brush just to diffuse the edges. Make sure there's no harsh lines. I don't know why I said that so weird. I'm going back to the 35B palette and I'm using the raspberry toned pink in the palette with a tapered blending brush from Bdellium Tools. And I'm going to use that just to further define the crease. Go ahead and buff out those edges. And then I'm going back to the palette and mixing that raspberry shade with the black and using that on my inner and outer corners. Go ahead and blend out your edges again and repeat on the other eye. Now I'm going back to that palette and the first hot pink shade that we used, and I'm just gonna put a little bit more of that into my crease. I kind of lost it with all the blending. Now for my favorite palette ever! The Saharan palette from Juvia's Place. I'm going to take the color Fula on a flat brush, wet the brush, and pack this onto the center of my lid all the way up to my crease. This shade is so gorgeous. Okay, once I've done that, I'm going back, and this was kind of a useless step for me. You can skip this because you really I couldn't see much of a difference when I used that raspberry shade to kind of join and help blend the lid shade in with the inner and outer corner. So I went back to my Saharan palette and I used the shade Bororo. I think I said that right. And I went over that shade. Unfortunately, you still can't really see it that well, but in person you could, and it added a little extra dimension to the look. So I liked it. Now I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Tan, and I'm going to use that to highlight and conceal under my eyes, on the center of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on my chin. Now, your girl's got to be careful because I got a 5 head, so because of that fact, I only put a tiny bit on my forehead. I mean, who wants to draw attention to their 5 head? I mean, if you do, it's your business, but personally, I like to kind of bring that down a little bit. Now I'm going to take my Real Techniques sponge and blend all of this out. Go ahead and kind of speed through this process because it takes a while. But once all of that is blended out, I'm gonna go in now with my Coty Airspun loose powder, and this is in the shade Translucent, and I'm going to put that underneath my eyes, on my nose, forehead, basically everywhere that I put concealer, just to set it. And I only use a really small amount because this does give flashback if you use too much. Then I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me powder in 355 as well, just to kind of buff that in and get rid of any excess powder and any white cast. Now I'm going in with my Becca Opal Liquid Illuminator, and I'm going to put this on my cheekbones and on the bridge of my nose using my damp sponge. I went a little crazy with my nose highlight today, but who cares, right? I like a glow. Somehow most of my contouring clips got deleted, but at least you can see a little bit. I went back into my 35B palette using that raspberry shade underneath my lashes. Then I picked up Chad from my Saharan palette and put that on the inner and outer corner of my lower lash line, just to mimic what I did on the top. Once I did that, I went back to the Saharan palette again and used Fula on the lower lash line in the center and connected it with the black. Then I took my Mario Badescu facial spray and added a little bit of moisture back into my skin. And I took my Tarte Maneater mascara and coated my lower lashes. So then I went in with a NYX lip pencil. This is in the shade Hot Pink, and I used this in my waterline. Just be careful when using lip products on your eyes. This didn't bother me, but you know. Then I'm going to go into my Becca Luminous Blush in Foxglove and put just a tiny little bit of this on the apples of my cheeks, just to give me a little color. Then I'm going into my new favorite crazy highlighter. This is Laura Geller's Diamond Dust Highlighter. I'm taking this on a BH Cosmetics blending brush, and this is my favorite brush to use for highlighting. I'm going to highlight the high points of my face, my cheekbones, underneath the brow, bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, you know, all the usual places. Basically drown yourself in highlight. Then I'm going to take the blush brush again and just diffuse the edges of that highlight just so it's seamless. Yes! Then I'm going into my Ultra Matte Lip from Colourpop. This is in the shade Honey Pie. It's from their Short and Sweet collection. Now I'm going in and filling in my lips with the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in the shade Funnel Delight. Alright guys, so that completes the tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.